Hello, everyone. I wanted to start something different on the podcast. Since the latest episodes have been about the Eucharist and the Mass, I wanted to read aloud a book related to them. Not an academic analysis, but more related to a devotional aspect to the Eucharist and the Mass. Now, given copyright rules, I can't read aloud any book after 1926 without getting permission and possibly paying royalty fees. I've decided to pick the book The Hidden Treasure by St. Leonard of Port Maurice. The edition I'm going to read was published in 1861, and I'll provide a link from archive.org to the book. Now, I picked this book because I wanted to show the importance of our participation in the liturgy. Note that St. Leonard is speaking about the Mass in the 1700s, which was probably similar to the traditional Latin Mass today. Now, as I mentioned in the previous episode, I think it can be easy to, quote, check out during the TLM. The catechism can help, but what is probably more important is devotion to the Mass. And I believe this book can help grow that devotion, even for the Novus Ordo. Now, some things about St. Leonard that I picked up from the internet. St. Leonard of Port Maurice, born 1676, died 1751, was an Italian Franciscan preacher and ascetic writer, known as the Great Missionary of the 18th century, for his tireless evangelization across Italy. Born Paul Jerome Casanova in Porto Maurizio, he initially studied medicine but entered the Friars Minor in 1697. After feeling called to religious life, eventually dedicating his life to preaching despite health issues that prevented his original plan to serve in China. His ministry was defined by powerful, open-air sermons to thousands, the promotion of the Stations of the Cross, and fervent devotion to the Sacred Heart of Jesus, the Immaculate Conception, and the Blessed Sacrament. He founded the Hermitage of Incontro near Florence for missionary retreats and was canonized by Pope Pius IX in 1867, with Pope Pius IX later naming him the patron saint of parish missionaries. So a summary of facts: he was born December 20, 1676 in Porto Maurizio, Liguria, Republic of Genoa, which is now part of Italy. He died November 26, 1751 at the monastery of St. Bonaventure in Rome after 24 years of uninterrupted preaching. His feast day, celebrated by the Franciscans on November 26, but in the general Roman calendar, November 27. He is the patron saint of missionaries, preachers, and the city of Imperia. His famous teaching is well known for a sermon on the fewness of the saved and for teaching the ejaculation, "My Jesus, mercy." He's beatified by Pope Pius VI in 1796 and canonized by Pope Pius IX in 1867. Now, I will still be continuing my commentary on Sacrosanctum Concilium. This reading of The Hidden Treasure will just be another different series of episodes on the podcast. I hope and pray that this will grow your devotion to the Mass and Jesus in the Eucharist.